black woman whose life is about to mesmerize you. Today, my brother, my sister, we're talking about a great black woman. And kindly find me any symbol of the gun, Gamashi, anything to do with gun. Today we are looking at a very powerful warrior from the gun by name Ammla. Ammla. A-double-M-L-A. A-double-M-L-A. Ammla. Some people pronounce it Ammla. Ammla. My brother, my sister, this is the African history class. Ammla was born in the 17th century. The beginning of the 17th century. Somewhere in 1611. That was when she was born. She grew up into a very powerful woman. In fact, she was only interested in doing things men did. She didn't have friends who were females. In fact, she went to the farm and worked like a man. She rode horses like a man. She dressed like a man. In fact, for the first time in the history of Gamashi, when men were called to a meeting, she was invited and she went along as a man. And when women were called to meetings, she was excluded. She was seen as a man. Her! Very hot and very powerful. Oh my God, Ammla. My brother, my sister, it was in the days when the guns were attacked from left, right, and center. And she swore to herself that she would keep the Ga kingdom, Gamashi, together. In fact, she went round as the leader of an army that had only men, and she was their leader. Ya Asantua led an army of women. She led an army of men. She conquered so many lands, near and far. She destroyed a lot of communities that were a threat to the guns. Her name was in so many different songs, in so many different languages, to the point that some ethnic groups, even outside Africa, tried to claim that she was theirs. For instance, in Brazil, they have a certain legend that says that Ammla was actually Brazilian. My brother, my sister, in some Zulu traditions, they claim that Ammla was a Zulu, but Ammla was Ga. Very powerful and very strong. And because she always played with men, danced with men and like a man, she never had a girlfriend. She never had a husband, because she was a husband herself. She remained virgin from when she was born, remained a man whose duty, first and foremost, was to keep Ga enemies away and to propagate the history and the power of Ga Mashi. My brother, my sister, she lived a life that put fear in the hearts of many ethnic groups who were a threat to the Ga. You know what they did finally? They all came one after the other, signing peace treaties with Ammla and her army. For the first time in the history of Gamashi. Of course, there was a time a woman became a king in the history of Gamashi, but she never was a king. She remained a warrior king. She relegated herself only to the battlefield. She was not interested in sitting on a certain throne. She was interested in keeping Gamashi clean and in peace. Today, we're talking about Ammla. Oh my God. She rode the horse with so much power. And it was said that she could even ride the horse looking on the other side. In other words, her face will be facing the tail of the horse and she will still be riding the horse. It was also said that she could speak to horses. She could send a horse to run to the other side and run back with some information that she only could decode. Ammla, such a powerful woman. She remained true to the Ga army, and during her reign as the warrior king, remember, not warrior queen, she remained very faithful to Gamashi. She made sure that the whole kingdom was free from all the attacks. She conquered many more lands, added this to Gamashi. Today we remember you, Mami. Today, Mami, we remember you. Oh, Mami. Oh, you all done. Yeah, oh, you all done. Pa. Oh, you all done. Oh, you all done. Oh, you all done. Today we remember you in all your dignity. Oh, Uniyaminko. Uniyaminko, Ammla. Ammla, Uniyaminko. 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 Ammla. Nke Uniyaminko. Uniyaminko. Oh, Uniyaminko, what? Uniyaminko. Ammla. Uniyaminko. 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 Ammla Uniyaminko. Ammla Uniyaminko. Yeah, Uniyaminko, what? Uniyaminko. Today we remember you, and in the burden of knowledge we ask you. Now that you know what we do, be an any olea mini over fair Zuda Kagane Mezaka Yine Pabango Bokaya and Fifia Yanu Kainawo. Bana Webe then Lela and Jima Singer Bekune. Lela and Jima Singer Berry. It's been the African History Class.
Papa Mula.